So I'm there, I'm waiting for my fillet of fish, and there was like a younger guy standing like up against the wall. He's probably 25 or 26. And he's like, kids these days just don't have any respect. They don't get smacked in the fucking mouth when they have a mouthpiece on them. He kept saying that. And all of a sudden, over my shoulder, I hear, "Are you fucking talking about me again, you piece of shit?" And I turn and I
Oh my
look, and it's
God.
this little kid standing next to me looking at a full-grown adult. So I'm literally standing there like this. One guy with a mop was like, and he's just like, "You keep talking about me. I can hear you from where I'm sitting. You want to step outside, man? I'll kick your ass." And he goes, "I'm not going to kick a kid's ass." He's like, "I'll have my dad come down here and kick your ass." And he goes, "Yes, please call your dad. I'd love to talk to him and find out what the heck's wrong with his son."
That is so great. I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah. Hey everyone, and welcome to Why You Still Here, the show that we talk about whatever we want. And today, Lucas, why are we still here?
Special Features 26. It feels like just yesterday it was Special Features 25 that didn't get released concurrently with Special Features 24. Doesn't it feel like that?
Sure, I don't know what you're saying.
As in, I can't believe we're already doing another Special Features.
Oh,
That's
okay.
my
Yeah, no,
long
I agree
roundabout
with
way of
that
saying it.
for sure. 100%. I was just trying to figure out the concurrently and the 24.
Oh, because we skipped that, or I ended up skipping that 1 month because it didn't go out or whatever, and then it got released later. Yeah, it was a whole thing.
Yeah. Anyway, special features. Welcome. We're in for a hell of a ride here. Basically, if you've never seen special features before, which I assume nobody has, it is the hodgepodge episode. We talk about sort of just anything that fits nowhere else. So like anything that's upcoming, videos that are about to release, something we might be working on right now. Um, whatever else, weird stories that happen to us out in the wild. I don't know, just a bunch of stuff like that. If you want to talk about thumbnails, I guess that's how it started. Uh, but nobody cares about that. And then the most popular part, the one that takes up the bulk of the time, obviously, is show and tell, us showing off whatever
It should just
purchases
be
we have made.
it should just be called Show and Tell. We'll do the next.
Yeah,
This one will just be called Show and Tell 26 or we'll do that for 27. Show and Tell.
that's no fun though. Because if anybody wonders like why special features, it's because it's the special features of Wage. It's like the behind the scenes. If the show was like a DVD menu, you would go to it and you'd click on it and then you'd see this. I'm sorry to tell you. You'd
I'm
see
very
like behind
sorry.
the scenes stuff or hear behind the scenes stuff or that kind of thing. So, yeah. So, we'll get right into it. And I don't know. I'm gonna try to come up with groups here. I could probably come up with 4 groups. So if you'd like, start us off.
There we go, baby. Late Night with the Devil. Is there a spine slash? Let's look. Think we're in the clear.
Yeah,
Can't even.
probably.
There's honestly you can't even fucking see it on here.
Hopefully.
But I definitely, as I've said in previous special features, I've gotten into the habit that Brandon has gotten instilled in me now of not opening anything until I actually watch it. Oh, you got it already. You got it online or did you get it in the store?
I got it when exactly where I got it. I sent you pictures
Yeah, you sent me a picture
of the
of a
order.
Walmart. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it from Walmart. Yeah, it arrived a couple days ago.
Yeah, I know you got
And
it from Walmart. I was just
it
asking if you got it
absolutely,
in the
I didn't even
store.
notice this until right
Uh-huh.
now. I didn't look at it closely enough. It absolutely has a spine slash. So good thing I didn't open it. See it?
Oh man, that's a fucking obvious one too.
Yep. Look at
Oh,
that.
oh, that's an ugly one. Looks like there's a hair
Yeah.
caught under it.
That makes me like not care about this anymore, which really sucks. But I'm happy that you said that because I mean I would have looked at it eventually, but I didn't look at it yet. So
Oh,
this is
well,
gonna go over here now.
I'm glad I said something then. Very good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome
All
movie.
right.
Definitely happy to add it to the collection because it sold out super quick, but then Walmart restocked as Brandon just, pretty much
Yeah, I
obviously
don't think
said.
Amazon has restocked yet, which is crazy to me. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get in touch with Walmart if they have any more because they might have sold out again because it sold out very quickly. Um, okay, so grouping one. Yeah. Okay. So grouping one. It'll be movies.
Perfect for the first grouping, actually.
Yes. So I have a few things here. Let's start with these. I think these were the first ones to come. Jaws
Very
3
good.
and Jaws 4 on Steelbook. These are great movies.
Were
Not at
those
all.
was Jaws 3 the one that got the AI treatment?
Supposedly. Supposedly,
Okay.
yeah. It's funny, I just found out about that. Anything that was filmed with like the 3D cameras in the 70s and
Hmm.
80s, basically it's a wash for those. They're subpar quality. And so their way of getting like around that was using AI technology. So because it's not in 4K, not really. It's not even 1080p. It's such low quality. So they had to like artificially knock it up to 4K, but I don't know what it looks like. I haven't watched it yet. I haven't seen Jaws 3 in
Well,
years.
you'll have to let us know how it looks because I'm curious.
I shall. I shall. That's exactly what they're gonna do with Friday the 13th Part 3 too, when that releases on 4K. So
Mm.
get ready. Um, what next? Let's see. Okay. So I found this in my local Walmart and I saw it and I went, do I want that? And I went back the next day and I got it. And it was like so like 22.99 or something. And it's the entire series
Oh
of
my God, that's awesome.
Beetlejuice. I know, right? I've been watching it. It's it's good. It's enjoyable.
Very good.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I like it. There's 10 discs in here, and this case is like two are missing because I have them out at the moment, but this case is like such poor quality, so I have to track down another one of these 10 disc cases because we have like stuff like this going on, and it's a whole thing.
Yeah, those like collection sets that you can get relatively cheap are just in the fucking thinnest, shittiest cases of all time.
Yeah, it's
Like my
not good.
Resident Evil collection, the Saw
Ooh,
collection, that's all in there is so awful.
look at those
I like that.
bubbles.
Oh yeah, yucky.
Yeah, it's good. Uh, so yeah, there's that. And then now we're breaching territory that you'll rarely ever see me breach, like a shark. Um, these are my two non-steelbook acquirements, but I had to do it. I had to do it. They didn't release them on steelbook, and this was like massive to have these on 4K. One was less surprising, which is this one.
I'm so interested. Oh
So the
shit.
Friday the 13th remake from
Damn, did
2009.
fuck, did it sell out? I need to get that. Oh, I'm so
Arrow
upset.
Video. I don't know. Maybe.
Oh man.
I got it on release date.
Okay.
So, like, I pre-ordered it. And so then it arrived on the day of release. So, pretty cool. I'm excited to watch this. I very much so enjoy this movie. I
Same,
think it's
same,
very,
same,
very
same.
good. Um, and I would love for Derek Mears to play Jason again, but as the years go on, that becomes less and less of a possibility. It's really unfortunate they never did a sequel. And the
Definitely.
next movie I'm going to show you never even got a Blu-ray release.
Mm.
So it's jumping from DVD to 4K. And what is that? That's Red Eye,
When did this
starring
come
Cillian
out
Murphy
on
and Rachel
4K?
McAdams.
Recently?
Yep, I just
Because
got
I
this.
remember I had like it might have been in a special features. I had like a huge haul of DVDs because they were 50 cents at Trash
Yeah,
Depot.
yeah,
And that's when I discovered the AI upscaling technology of my TV that kind of blew my fucking mind, even though I talk shit about AI. Um,
yeah.
but I had red eye, and then you mentioned it. You're like, why'd you get that trash on DVD? That's like unacceptable. And then you did some research further, and
Not
that
not that the movie is trash. It's
no,
not.
yeah, that's
Very
yeah,
good.
yeah. If I worded that incorrectly, but I do distinctly remember that because you're like, oh, there is no Blu-ray release, just DVD. Uh, oh, not
Yeah.
the same thing because Tenacious D did come out, but it was finally on Blu-ray only. But that was just recently, so not the same thing. Never mind.
Sometimes there is even like still to this day things still release on Blu-ray, like Better Off Dead that I was telling you about before when I got the steel book of
Hmm.
that, like with John Cusack, t trying to unalive himself comedically through the whole movie. Like that just released on Blu-ray, is DVD all the way up until then. But this, yeah, never getting a Blu-ray, not even a foreign Blu-ray is
Yeah, that's
insane because
insane. Isn't the
this
movie from
is
like 2005, 2006 anyway?
2005, yeah, same year as Batman Begins. Cillian Murphy was doing it up that year.
It'd be if
Um,
it's a Sony movie, that'd be even worse.
what is it? It's a DreamWorks Paramount movie.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's very good though. If anybody hasn't seen it, definitely go check it out. What I like most about this release is it makes it much more obtainable, if that makes sense. You know,
Yeah, here
attainable for the
we'll just get it
average
for
individual.
reference with definitely different box art.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
indeed.
show yours up close. Let's see. What is it?
So
Are they in like the
basically, it's
plane
like
window?
you see this, and then what's going on below the window is yours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go. Put it sideways. Oh, there you go. Put it sideways. Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah, exactly. Meant to be companion piece. Oh, hey, there's the
Perfect.
photo. Except it's edited with making Cillian Murphy's face turned towards the camera
Ah, I
and her
like.
hand up in the window. That's not a real photo. That's
Oh,
funny.
look,
Look at this
everybody.
though.
Special features.
Use the same. One of the photos on the back is the same, which is him pinning her
Interesting.
up against the wall, but uh, it's a different angle with her with the gun, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, yeah, it is funny. Does it
And then
have the
yours
same
doesn't have Brian
special
Cox at
features,
all.
or does it have more special features?
Ooh,
Let's
that's a
see.
good one. Let's see. It has commentary, two different sets of commentary on this one.
Okay.
So one is just with Patrick Lussier, the editor, also the editor of the Scream films, and the director, if I'm not mistaken, of My Bloody Valentine.
Oh, the remake.
Yeah.
I have the remake also over there, but I'm not gonna grab it.
So that's new. And then, of course, the Wes Craven, Miriam Madalena, and Patrick Lussier. I think that's the same as on yours. Um, yeah. This one has filmmaker face focus, filmmaker faces. Yeah, filmmaker focus, Wes Craven and Red Eye. Wes Craven in his own words.
Ah,
Yeah.
so what is it? Is it missing the making of a thriller at 30,000
No,
feet?
it has that right above gag reel. See it?
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It has like one or two more features on it, which is cool.
Very
Doesn't
good.
say new though, so it makes me think that that was available somewhere else at some point.
Hmm. I don't know. Maybe there's a special edition DVD or something, but there you go, everybody.
Yeah, I know that there was widescreen and full screen.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm glad you just mentioned that because I was going to make a note and complain. I remember like the first time I found out that widescreen was like the preferable way to watch a DVD, which was
Yeah.
very quick into buying DVDs, by the way. Um,
Yes, very good.
but I do remember the first time like accidentally buying a full screen version, and then I had to go back to the store and return it and get the widescreen version, or like you get like a birthday present or Christmas present and it's the full screen
Yes,
DVD, and
I
it's like you
know.
and it's like you want it and you
Useless.
can't be a dick, but like because sometimes you got to explain that to your parents and they're not going to understand, and it's the whole thing. I don't miss that because then after a while they just stopped doing full screen DVDs entirely. Thank God.
Yes, thankfully. Yeah, that was insane. I had a friend that was like that where he thought full screen was the better way
Yeah,
because
that's
it
what
doesn't have the
almost
bars.
that's what
And I
all
was like,
kids say.
right away, I'm like, no, but you don't understand. You get more image on the sides.
Yeah, and then not only that, everything it's not just straight up cropped unless it's like a piece of shit, it's pan and scan. So you're getting uh, just I think somebody used like Gladiator as like an example of how bad like how much pan and scan like chops up the image and like the overall feel of the movie because it's just so close up when you're supposed to get such a wide shot. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
trash.
I want to say that the standard for those full screen DVDs were just chopped, at the sides. They were cropped.
So
Pan and
shitty.
scan is like a very specific thing.
On the back of the box,
They'd use them for VHS usually. Yeah, they'll
it'll
tell
say if
you.
it's a pan and scan.
Yep. Yep.
That was like a big buzzword in the 90s.
It was. I think they did a little bit in the 80s too. Yes, indeed. That's the end of movie section. So,
All
so
right.
on to you.
I'll continue the movies then. Got another Steelbook. Look at that. All the only movies are all Steelbooks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There we go. Look at that.
Oh
Beautiful.
yeah.
I love the cover
Yeah.
that they went with for this. It's absolutely beautiful.
It is
Oh,
beautiful.
shit. You motherfuckers. Kind of hard to see. It's
Okay, I see
like
it a little bit. That
it's right
sucks.
in
Did
between
I
the
show
I and the
mine
L.
last
Your Evil
episode?
Dead.
Yeah.
I'm not sure because I know I got mine before you did because I asked you if you got it. So I don't believe so. Remember, I think at
Hmm.
work I asked you if you got it because I'm like, it's not even a. I know you ordered it. You know I ordered it, so it's not like it was a secret. So I asked,
Right.
yes, because then you hadn't gotten it yet.
Okay.
And
It just
this one I
occurred
ended
to
up getting
me.
early, by the way, which was awesome. I got it a day early. Thanks,
Yes.
Amazon.
I thought that I had grabbed everything, but it's now occurring to me that I had some that I put away, like on the shelf, like just in a
Uh-huh.
temporary spot. So that's where that is, and maybe something else. So if there's anything else, well, first off, here's a photo of Evil Dead and anything else I forgot.
Ding.
There you go. How could I forget that? Come on now. Yeah, that
But
might be the
yes.
only thing, but yeah, I have that as well. And yes, lovely cover. Um,
And best part is
it's
that it's
Lucas
Shout
in the
Factory,
thumbnail.
baby.
Yes,
You know how
yes,
much we
indeed.
love our Shout Scream Factory releases. They have the best transfers. They're
You
so good.
keep that up still. And yeah, they do.
The back or the
Um,
front? That's what she said.
yeah, the front. So we can see,
Oh,
where
we're
is it?
gonna talk about a thumbnail
It's
for
so
once.
much older than I thought it was this episode.
Was it from last
There we
year?
go. It's Lucas. Yes,
Oh, and
indeed.
there's a Camp Crystal Lake shirt that I've worn one time on camera.
Yeah, I'm wearing it though,
Oh yeah,
obviously.
I know. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. So let's see here. Uh, I'll go to the. I guess I'll just do this one in the middle. It's the most stuff. It's the spirit and other Halloween section. Eh? That was from
Eh?
the movie. That was from Spirit. This that you can't see was for the anniversary of Batman. Where is stupid? There we go. There we go.
Oh, that thing, I didn't even know it was back there.
I know. That's the
It's
problem.
so
It's just
hidden.
I tried to get light to shine on it and
Sure.
reflect or refract or whatever. It didn't work out for me. So yes, there's that. There is this. Oh, son of a bitch. I
Ah,
just stepped on something. Anyway,
very
there's
good.
this.
Was this your super secret order from the Big Bad Toy Store?
This did come from the Big Bad Toy Store, yes. And what's funny is I'd have to see, like next time you're there at Screamers, which I guess will be tomorrow, send
Yeah.
me a photo of the ones they have because this, I think it's like an issue because it's the only thing like I really like the way this thing looks. The paint, Trick or Treat Studios knocked it out of the park, looks very good. But this should come down. This right here, it should come
The
down
red?
further. Yep. It should be
Uh-huh.
like the other side.
I see.
Should come down. So
Yeah.
not a big deal, but definitely something I noticed. Yeah. Oh, also there's like a weird white mark here for some reason, but yeah. Other than that, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Thick like the Quarry masks should have been.
Mm-hmm.
Also, this is cheaper than the Quarry masks. So I don't know what they
Wow.
got going on there.
Good shit, Trick or Treat Studios.
That year, last year. Um, yeah, I can't find the price on here. It isn't listed, but it says sculpted by Wayne Toth over here. That is actually very much so untrue. He did
Oh.
not sculpt it. It's from a company that was called Collegeville, and
Oh, the
the only
costume
thing,
company.
yep, it was the fire retarded clown costume. I'm not kidding. That's what it was called. It should be
Not fire
retardant.
retardant.
It
Oh,
should
I
be,
see. There's like a
but it
typo on
was
it.
right on it, fire retarded
That's too
clown
good.
costume. And yeah, so Collegeville Clown, Wayne Toth had purchased it off eBay for very little money. It skyrocketed in price after Rob Zombie's Halloween came out. It was
Naturally.
very old, brittle plastic. So he took it, he recasted it, and then he made the ones for the movie off of that. So he did not sculpt it.
Hmm.
Collegeville did.
Liars.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Um, I got this the other day from I had never seen it at another spirit, and then I came into a spirit that did have it, and I'm like, that's so cool. I need it. And it's
Oh, that's really cool.
Delia's statue. I love it. Like talk about like heavy. This thing is like solid resin. Like it
You
is
like clock someone over the
heavy
head with it.
duty. Great. What's that?
Like clock someone over the head with it.
Oh yeah, you totally could. Look at the spine there. Very
Yeah, that's good
strange.
shit.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. And it made its appearance many a time again in Beetlejuice. So yeah, that's one of my favorite things. I'm gonna add it eventually to this over here when I find a spot for it. Um, and then there's two more things. So this I have to go into different camera mode for this one. Um, son of a bitch. Uno momento, por favor. Okay, so you'll see why. Okay, here we go. Yes? Okay, perfect. So, got these. Can you see them?
Yeah, they're just you got to move the camera up a little more.
Oh, okay.
And they're
There.
like, there you go. Keep it where it is now.
So, this one right here. is an original, uh, EU mask from the era of Scream 3, and then compared with these two new EUs right here. And yeah, the
Hmm.
quality is not great,
Of
but
course, fucking fun
you
world.
can't really knock the price though. So yeah, you could see the comparison though. Like they were so effortlessly good. Can you hear me, by the way? They were
Yeah.
so effortlessly good at this time. Like they got all the lines perfect. I'm sure they used stencils or something. And now they seem like they're blind um, Belgian nuns that paint these. So, they're just kind of slapping it on there real good. But the notable thing about this one, whether or not you can see it, it's a very deep nose, and that's what attracted me to them. So, yeah. And then one last thing. Hey. Okay.
Very, very good.
So, this is I think this is yours. I'm fairly certain. It
You
has
just drop it right now.
that would be hilarious. The Halloween 2 on the back is painted better on this one, but there's things wrong with both of them.
Yeah, I
Very
mean
much
that's to
so.
be expected with any. Oh, it does look cool on camera when it's lit up though. Let's see that. Show it.
It like
Yeah,
does sort of a fadey thing when you
yeah,
have it
yeah.
in. But yeah,
I like it.
very nice. It was a absolute bitch to track this down, and I got one for me, one for Lucas. Luckily, they had two of them. If they had one, anyway.
Lucas wouldn't have one.
Back to the carpet you go. I also donated to the charity thing, so this is also yours. This lovely
Oh,
purple
it's
bracelet.
black and purple. I
Yes.
was it here. Let me go get jewelry hand. Let's see what year it was that they skipped.
While you're doing that, I'm going to tell the people everything I went through to get those pumpkins.
So we had the one from last year,
Okay.
and then there was. Does this one not have a year on it? Shit, this one doesn't have a year on it. I don't know what year it's
Okay.
from.
This is a very weird version to talk to me.
That was good. That
I
was good. I like that.
tried.
Um, and then we have 2021, and now we have 2024.
You do. I don't
Very
think it
good.
has a date on it.
Oh, let's see. I like the dates though. Like that's
Yeah.
it's upsetting.
No date, sadly.
Oh man.
Got the spirit of children
It's
and
the best one
then
though because of the color scheme, so
making magic together.
I love it.
Yes. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. But I've been trying to track down these sons of bitches since I found out about them, which was before Spirit opened. But anytime I went to a Spirit, it was already sold out, unfortunately. My friend Anthony managed to get the one that was sent to one location. I was very disappointed, but you know,
Look at that. We're
it's
like
in good hands.
celebrities in the area now.
Indeed.
Because
Indeed.
I'm
Yeah, we're
gonna
we're the
assume
only people that own these in the area.
'cause I'm assuming that
Um,
those two that you found are the only two that store is getting the entire
yes,
season
yes,
because Spirit just like they had a leasing problem with all their buildings and they just dropped the ball in our area as far as like opening them goes. So
massively.
it's been really shitty, which makes the Halloween store that I work at much busier actually. I mean, it's infinitely busier than last year for a daytime shift. So happy Halloween,
Yes.
bitches.
So I was waiting with bated breath for two specific locations to open, technically three, but two I really had my eye on. And one of them seemed like it wasn't anywhere near opening. Like I drove past there one night and I looked inside and it was just all boxes everywhere. Nothing was set up. Little did I know they managed to open that store like mere 3 days after I was there. Somehow. because it's been open for 2 weeks, as I found out yesterday. So I just happened to be in the area. So I stopped by. I'm like, I know it's not open, but let me check. So it was open. I went in there,
Hmm.
very well stocked, which made me, you know, get even more excited because I'm like, oh, maybe they have it. They didn't. And this girl, Ellie, was like, can I help you with anything? And I'm like, yeah, let me ask you, do you happen to have any of the Halloween 2 jack-o'-lanterns? And she's like, I think I know what you're talking about, and I think the last one just sold yesterday.
Oh
And I
man.
was like,
Yeah.
oh God, if I had only known. By the way, can't get rid of the fog in my glasses, so let's just deal with it. Anyway, so I was so disappointing. And she's like, but we all share the same inventory system. I can check other stores.
I
And
didn't
I'm
know
like,
they I didn't
no
know that.
shit. Yeah, I had no idea either. She's like, so come with me. And I'm like, okay. So I followed her up to the front and she checked the other stores, every single one in Michigan she could see the inventory for. And sure enough, the one right down the road had two in stock. Good to go, right? Here's the issue with Spirit as well this year. There is not a phone number you can find for the store online.
They had that issue last year because I was gonna call them for something, and then when I called, it was like some fucking hotline. Like there is
Yep.
no like actual.
Yep.
Yeah, I ran into that problem last
The
year.
customer service line is what it
Yep.
takes you to corporate. And so they're like, yeah, let's see what we can do here. So Ellie, super nice. I could not have asked for somebody nicer to help me out.
You should
She's
write a
like,
Google review for her
I
for that
am, I
spirit.
am her and Tasha, which is the manager there. There was another lady there who was very nice, but she didn't help me, so I didn't know her name. Anyway,
Hmm.
uh, so basically, though, Ellie is like, I've opened a few of these stores, so let me check my phone. I think I have the phone number to the manager at that other location. And I'm like, okay, awesome. So she calls on her cell phone to the other manager's cell phone and basically is talking to them. Turns out those two that they had in stock were in the back end boxes and they were already claimed by a potential buyer. Apparently, you can do
Hmm.
that. I don't know.
But if
And
you're already
so
there in hand with cash,
I
like
know.
that's how our store is. Like we'll hold it for you, but if someone is in there with cash, like we'll sell it to them immediately. Like that's
That's
how
how
it
it
works.
should be. That's how it should be. Unless you called the person, they said they're on their way. That would be
Uh-huh.
the only exception, I
I've
think.
I've I've done that to stores before, where you're like literally, can you hold it? I'm physically
Like I'm
driving
I'm
there. I'll
getting in
be
my
there in 10
car
minutes.
right
Yeah.
now. Yeah, like that you should hold it for that because you're a douchebag if you don't in that situation, I think, because they
Hmm.
just made a trip for nothing. Anyway, so she was like, okay, I'll see if he's willing to do that, blah, blah, blah. Turns out they're like, well, we'll add you to the list. By the way, I was already on the list for another location that never got any more and they never called me. So I was like, okay, and they added me to the list, whatever. I didn't have any high hopes for that. This is where the niceness really goes to like 11 or higher. I was like, okay. She's like, sorry, I wish I could have helped you out more. And I'm like, no, it's okay. And she's like, well, this one right here shows that it has two, but we have no way of contacting them, unfortunately. I don't know anybody at that store. It's the Utica one. There's no secret that we live in Michigan. It's the Utica one. It shows they have two, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, let me see what we can do. And they're like, they looked through their binder and they're like, okay, the number's not in there. I'm sorry. And I'm like, oh, I'll just go check it out. It'll be fine. I'll just make a trip over there. And I start walking out the door, and the manager, Tasha, goes, wait a minute. I have some numbers of people that work at Spirit in my phone. Let me see what I can do. She spent the next like 30 minutes, 40 minutes tracking down the phone number to that store. It was amazing.
That's pretty unreal.
Like,
Wow. That's above and beyond.
yes. Like she was like on the computer, she was on her cell phone, she was on the phone for Spirit. Like she's like has like two phones going at the same time. She's like going online, doing this, doing that, whatever.
Well, they know you're a high money spender at that store for that company.
Yeah, the store I've never been to before, the location rather. Um, Finally they get the phone number, right? And they're apologizing to me the whole time how long this is taking. And I'm like, take your time. like I don't mind at all, you know, you're helping me out. So she calls, Ellie calls the store, and the first person that picks up says, "Yeah, we have two of them in the back, but we're not open yet." And she's like, "Really? You're not? I thought all locations were open now." And they said, "No, we don't open until 5:30 tomorrow." Weird time, I know. And she's like, "Okay, well, is there any chance that you could set them aside for this guest?" They call them guests, like we do.
Maybe she works at a restaurant and then works there like I do because I have referred to the customers as guests and I finally have started to shy away from that because everybody looks at you like, the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
So
know. That's what she was calling
that's
them.
gonna be my
I mean,
guess.
look at like Amazon or whatever. It says guest checkout or Walmart or whatever. So
I guess I never paid attention.
nothing new there. So basically, she is on the phone with this girl and she goes, "Okay, well, I can't make that call. Let me transfer you to my manager." So she waited for a while. The manager finally came on the phone and was like, "Yeah, there's nothing for sure about us opening at 5:30 tomorrow. I don't even know if we have the pumpkins, okay?" And she's like, "The lady I just talked to said that you guys did. So I'm pretty sure you do." And he's like, "Yeah, I don't even know. We may or may not have them. We may or may not open at 5:30 tomorrow. We might not open tomorrow at all."
Oh
And she's like,
wow.
"Okay." And
Very passive aggressive about it. Guess
yeah,
they're under some
very much
serious
so. He's like, "We need to get
stress.
finished setting up." I imagine this guy has a New York accent. "We need to get finished setting up, okay?" And basically, bada bang, bada boom, we still need an inspector to come in here to make sure that we can open, okay? And so she's like, All right." And he's like, she's like, "Can you set them aside for this guest?" And he goes, "I guess I can set them aside, but there's no guarantee that he's going to get them." And she's like, "Oh, okay, great." And so he's like, "All right, bye." And he hung up on her. And she was like, "I'm sorry. The management at that store is insane. And I don't think I really helped you." He didn't take a phone number, he didn't take a name. He said he would maybe set them aside. I don't know. Spoiler alert, they didn't. And so I just went out on a limb after all the help that Ellie and Tasha did for me there. Clinton Township location. If you live in Michigan, go check them out. They're super nice. Um, I just went on a limb. So I figured I'd go there at 5:30. I went there at 5:30 today. As soon as I walked in, I saw them on the shelf and they were like, "Hey, welcome to." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And I bolted towards it and I picked them up because I was still so afraid somebody was going to grab them before I even got to the shelf because these things are such a hot commodity. And I made it happen. I made it happen. So,
So how did you drive it home?
so my mom and I were
Like that
out
is
to eat
a very
for my
serious
birthday.
question.
So they're at the store, wrapped them up in like a few bags. So I put them in the back seat amongst like my mom has like reusable shopping bags,
Uh-huh.
like the soft cloth bags. So I just kind of put those around them, because it's like these things are gonna roll.
Yeah, I'll just bring my one of my various assortments of broken down fortune cookie boxes that I have stashed away.
Sure,
And then I'll just
sure.
bring that and like
I'm gonna wrap
you know what? Here, I know
four
what I'll
bags
wrap.
around this thing.
I know what I'll wrap it in. You ready? It's perfect.
Condoms.
Yes.
Very good.
I will bring this and we'll wrap it up in the
Very
Halloween
nice.
2 blanket.
That should be whole hanging from the wall behind you.
How am I gonna hang it up there? What am I gonna hang it with?
Pins, safety pins? Yeah, it's the perfect size and everything. There's these
Well,
little
there's
things. They look like this. You can get them in a whole thing here like this. It's a whole
well
thing.
if I do that, I'll just get a flag because I actually want to use the blanket.
Lovely. So I got them, and I wasn't even sure if I had enough money for both of them. So I was like, you know, let Lucas know that I was like, going to be doing this, not this specific time or anything, but to like be aware. And I basically all I'm gonna say is good thing I did have enough money because I don't think I would have gotten in contact with you because the last text message I had sent you was like 11 o'clock and I still hadn't heard back from you. So I was like, it's probably not
Yeah,
gonna be good.
I had jury duty today, everybody.
Yes,
So that took up like my day.
indeed. So basically I'm like, hey, how fucking happy are you that you have me as a friend? And then he never responded to that. So we're no longer friends.
Honestly, that's the it's like I just open up my true feelings right now. That's the only reason I've been your friend this entire time. I
Yeah,
secretly
just
hate
to
you.
obtain that pumpkin.
And it's like I get it at work, and then the next shift, you're like, "Oh, hey, you nasty woman," and I just walk past you like you don't exist.
Yes, indeed. Question. How much do you fucking love that you get to be friends with me?
I guess I was just in such awe that all I could say back was "Amazing Grace"
Then,
sit on my
by the way, you
face.
owe me $41. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Anyway, I have no such stories for anything else.
Very good. Now, was that
And
your
that's
spirit
the end
grouping?
of grouping two. Yes.
Oh, cool. Look at these perfect segues that you're giving me today. It's literally
I know
perfect.
I was hoping that you would do that since it
Yeah,
is the
so
same subject matter.
so Brandon and I both had birthdays this month. We're both even crustier old men than we have been for years at this point. I just turned 38. It's crazy. No, I turned 30, so
Lucas doesn't look a day past
crazy.
42.
That's a fact. But this was Brandon's gift for me for my birthday. It is the adorable ghost face porch buddy. The best
Yes.
part is the way he's holding the knife and his slight head tilt. Um,
Yeah, the head tilt wasn't something I even realized until I had it in my
and so
possession
either lights
for
up
like
or
a
you
day.
get your strobe effect.
Yes.
And it's
Meh,
just
meh,
absolutely fucking adorable.
meh.
It's something that I liked immediately, but it grew on me even more as
Yeah,
I just stare at him in the corner. He's adorable.
it's very good. I've encountered them one other time at another
I
spirit.
think they make no, see, I don't like that. That's not how we
They make
supposed.
smaller ones too.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Is that I've seen they make like little smaller ones.
It's like 24.99 or
Hmm.
49.99.
And then
Yeah,
in the next special features, Brandon will show off his super secret, not so secret birthday present. Another
indeed.
Trick or Treat Studios project,
It's the
possibly
second
related to.
second one of these. Yes, possibly Halloween related.
Ooh.
Possibly, just imagine this is Tyler Mane
Oh God,
related.
the next special features is Halloween.
It is. It is. Yes.
Wow,
What is the
that's gonna be
last
a fun
Tuesday
one.
of October? What day is
Um,
that?
let's see.
Let's see. 29th.
Wow, it's right there.
Yes,
That's basically that's nuts. I love it.
it is.
What
Want to
is
get
Halloween on a
nuts?
Thursday this year?
Let's get
No, it's on a
nuts.
Thursday.
Come on, let's get nuts.
Yes. Yesterday I saw, those horror babies?
Yeah.
I hate them. The Michael Myers one is like next to impossible to track down. I saw it yesterday. It's like $50. I was like, no way. And so I moved on with my life, but you can't find them anywhere, the Michael Myers ones.
Hmm.
Ghostface one's pretty easy to come by. I bring this up because they now have little horror babies, and those
Ah,
I like a little bit. They're like tiny and still rubber, still stupid, but tiny. I saw a Pennywise one. I saw a Ghostface one. I saw no Michael Myers. I don't think they make a tiny one of him.
mm.
Sadly,
That's the
sadly.
one you would have got.
I would have absolutely gotten the little one, yeah. Um, She liked rubber.
She liked rubber.
That's all I have to say to the rubber Michael Myers horror baby.
Big tits, big tits.
This one's a very short one. It's the video game round.
Ding, ding, ding.
Anyway, I got this finally. I've been meaning to get it
Very
since it came
good.
out. I still have to get
And then
Paper Mario and the Thousand-Year Door.
is it
But
still like impossible to find? You have to go on eBay for that one.
no. You can find both of them at Walmart. Even Meyer, which is really saying something.
Fucking Meyer in their shit ass video game section. Yeah, so this I played
Yeah.
this one on the 3DS because that's what it came out on back in the day. It's a good game.
It is.
Here,
And
we'll compare the covers. Why not?
I got a little email from Best Buy that was basically saying like, "Hey, we haven't seen you in a while. We miss you. Here's $10." And I'm thinking, yeah, because you got rid of all your movie section. That's why you haven't seen me since January of this year. So I'm like, well, what am I going
Was
to
that called Luigi's
possibly?
Mansion 2?
Yeah, instead of Dark Moon.
Oh,
Yeah.
because I'm like, what the fuck? That really threw
Yeah,
me
I
off.
think they wanted to like have it so it sits on
Keep
the
it with
shelf nicely
parody.
with 3
Okay.
consistency, you know?
Interesting.
Mine has a
Look
boo
at
on the
this.
cover. Yours doesn't have a boo on the cover.
Yeah, well, guess what? Mine has a fucking manual, so suck it.
You. Anyway, so yeah, I was like, well, what am I going to buy from Best Buy? And I'm like, well, I think they still have video games. So I went in there. They kind of still do. Did I tell you this? How
Yeah, you told me
their
about the video game
section,
section.
they still have the section. They still label it by the different systems. So you go over there all excited, but you're like, wait a minute, before you even fully get over there, you're like, these are really small sections. What's up with that? Ooh, wee.
Ooh-wee.
So you start looking around and you're like, wait a minute. These are all just a bunch of pictures on the shelf. And so it's just these placeholder photos. And I'm looking at these
So
things
fucking shitty.
like my life is like I'm in the Twilight Zone and I'm hallucinating or something. Like, what are they? I'm like
Again.
picking them up and I'm like, what is happening? Before I fall down on my knees and I start shouting to the heavens, like, what am I looking at here? And they wanted me out of that store because I walked in, I didn't even know, like 10 minutes before they closed. So this manager lady comes over to me and goes, like, anything I can help you with? And I go, yeah, like, how does this work now? And she's like, well, you pick up one of the games, you bring it to the front, and then they'll get it from the back for you. And I'm like, okay, because they have their like storage section at the front of the store now too.
It's weird.
Very weird. And so I'm like, okay, and I'm looking, can't find a piece of paper for this game anywhere. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm shit out of luck, right? But on the website it said they had like 5 copies. So I'm
Yeah, that
walking to
happened to me with
the front.
Switch Sports. I remember this very distinctly.
Okay. And I go and find the lady in the front because there's this lady that just sits at the front of the store now at a little desk. It's a whole thing, like a little desk podium thing. She even has a register with her. Like she can check you out right at the opening of the store, like whatever. So I'm like, hey, I'm about to leave, but is there any chance that you have this game? You know, it's not on the shelf. And she goes, oh shit, nothing's on the shelf. And she goes, yeah, we probably have it. And then she goes and she came out with a copy. And so then I got it. So yeah. So there's that. Haven't played it yet though, so we'll see. We'll see. And then the mystery game. It's a PS1 game. And
Yes, this. I've been
I told
dying.
Lucas I was actually pleasantly impressed with the graphics because this is a game that is heavily memed on. Okay. And so I was expecting a real shit show graphics here, right? Dithering up the ass. You could say, put that on a t-shirt. And I start playing it and I'm like, wait a minute. No, this is pretty good. Yes, the character models are goofy, but a lot of this is really good. And I told Lucas that I had gotten this and not the specific title of the game. And he was making guesses. And I said, don't make guesses. But he made guesses anyway. And I was like, stop it. And he kept making guesses. And then so much so I had to hide it. So he mentioned the game. And I
Mm.
had to say, no, that's not what it is. It's totally not this
Yes.
game.
It's a masterpiece. No, okay, actually it's not compared to
It's
Chamber
not a
Secrets, but
masterpiece.
it's really fun though for being made in probably like 3 months or whatever the turnaround was for that game with that unknown studio. It's a
That's
very
impressive.
competently made game, and Chamber Secrets is just
Yeah.
replacing the assets and reusing things, but it's a
The
great game.
only thing I don't like about it, and they have a photo of it,
The flying controls that are ass.
this right here. These
What
like
is it? Is it
button
the flying?
combination things.
Oh, for the spell casting.
Yes, because it's not correct with what you see on the screen to what you're pressing. So you have to press it before it actually comes up.
Yeah,
So it's a whole thing. That's the only thing though. The flying controls, it's difficult, but it doesn't come up enough where it becomes like a huge
an
issue.
issue.
But I was like, there's almost no loading times. I was shocked about that.
Yeah,
There
that
is,
one is it's very close to the PC version. It has its differences, but it's
yeah,
close and it's really good. I'm very
having
happy.
played the GameCube version of Chamber of Secrets, which is for all intents and purposes the sequel to this game, right?
Hmm.
I get that PS1 had a sequel as well, but everybody had this, and then they went and they got
The
Chamber of
next gen
Secrets for
version
GameCube or Xbox.
or
So
PS2.
you can see like the layout of Hogwarts is almost identical to that game. So I think
Hmm.
that's so cool. The difference is that it can only load because of the memory of a PS1, can only load one room at a time. So as soon as you step through a door, it has to have a
Yeah, you got a
loading
loading
screen.
screen.
But it's super quick, and dithering is almost non-existent, which really impressed me. Uh, Full voice acting, even for like the little
Hmm.
stupid ones, like, oh, Harry, I need you to go get the flaming hornswoggle from the from
The
the
fire
forest over there.
crabs or blast-ended scroot, whichever it is.
Yeah, it was a fire plant thing. And
Oh, the seeds. You got to get
I'm
the
like, there's
seeds.
no way that Hagrid would send a child into the Forbidden Forest alone, but okay.
Well, Snape
But
does the
whatever,
same
like,
thing when he sends you in the Forbidden Forest for like flubberworm mucus and wiggen tree bark and shit.
yeah, it's weird. But whatever. It's actually a lot of fun. It's very short. I
It is.
I
You can
have
finish it in a
played
day.
it. I've played it for like 2 hours altogether, and I'm like more than halfway through it, which is hilarious. But it's still cool though. And it doesn't do the oh hell that called.
I don't have that card.
Yeah.
Luckily, you do have like 20 or 30 cards you can collect, but he doesn't say anything. And then
Yeah.
for the GameCube version of this game, it doesn't have the annoying like you pick up the jelly beans and it makes a noise like every time. Like it makes this
Well,
annoying
you're gonna
noise
you're
in the
gonna
GameCube
hate
one.
in the so I guess you could actually call it a remake, but a remake game of Sorcerer's Stone, the one that came out in 2002, so after
Yeah.
Chamber of Secrets. Every
Yeah,
time
the
he gets a
GameCube
bean,
Xbox One. Yeah, that's what I'm referencing.
yeah, where he
He
is like,
makes a noise
booger flavor. But that one he mentions which flavor he's eating and he
every
gives a
single
reaction to
time.
it.
Curry. Booger flavour. Yuck. Mmm.
Yes.
Every single time. That's the
And then if you
only
collect
game.
another bean, it stops like that dialogue and starts the
Yeah,
next
it'll stop
one.
it immediately, and then it does that with the music too. The
Yeah.
music's jacked in that game also, where it'll stop and jitter and then
It
start
is
again. Like that
such a
game was
less
made like
polished
trash.
game than Chamber of Secrets. It's
So
fucking
bad.
annoying. So
You could tell
rather
it's a
than
different
make
studio.
two different versions like they did for Chamber, like the Xbox and PS2 version are the same, but the PS2 version has its differences. They just took the PS2 version and then ported it over. So it has all those technical issues 'cause it's fucking
Yeah,
trash. But whatever.
pretty bad. But yes, that's why I brought it up. This game, he doesn't say anything when you pick up a jelly bean, which is
Hmm.
still, it's cool.
It's a selling
I
point.
very much enjoy it. And then like Fred and George, and there's a little side missions here and there, and
Hmm.
it is a lot of fun. I look forward to finally finishing it. So yeah, it gets I never intended on buying it. It was at Second and Charles, and I saw it, and I was like, okay, why not?
Very
And
good.
so I got it. So yeah.
And
So
then next, all we have to do is get Windows, just get that running on your Mac, and then we'll get you to play the PC version. That's the
yes.
coveted fan favorite.
Ah, very good. Very good.
Like the PC version of Chamber Seeker specifically too is like it is its own game. It is a different game, but it's oh so good. So good.
Hmm. You could get the PC version of 007 Nightfire, which apparently is an unplayable disaster.
Oh, man, back when the PC versions were like either gonna be the real superior one or the biggest pile of shit on the
Yeah.
planet, and then
They like
somehow like the
removed all the
PS2 was
driving missions
outshining
from
it,
it. They removed cutscenes from it. Like
which that's
it makes no
inexcusable.
sense. It is inexcusable. Like it's a more powerful machine than a PS2. What's going on? It's so
It's
weird. So weird.
disgusting.
But that's the end of the video game segment.
Cool. All right, well, let me get my fat ass back up again. For the last thing that's been sitting back here is the ghost face coffin, which I think this right here makes it. I love
It's a
this so
coffin.
much.
Or is it a
Yeah, but you know,
tombstone?
tombstone or what would I say, coffin?
Coffin.
Yeah, here's a full size
No,
casket.
that's what you're gonna be buried in is the ghost face coffin.
Yeah, you put it this way, and I just go right in here. I'm cremated. Anyway,
It's like an
um,
ghost face advent calendar for Halloween. That's what this thing looks like.
it's very nice. I would never ever put it outside,
God,
obviously.
no.
But
Yeah.
I
Rest in
did get
peace,
it for
Ghostface. I didn't know
I
he
did get
died.
it. I did get it for free though for my birthday. So that was my other birthday present. It was a ghost face extravaganza of a birthday. So
Very good.
here we
Very
go.
good.
Uh, at the store, they were stocking them, and they're like, "Hey, it's your birthday, right? You just had one." I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "Happy birthday." I'm like, "Hell yeah, ghost face. I like it."
Don't
So
tell the owner.
it
That's cool.
was the owner that gave it to me, but
Oh, okay. Well, never mind them. Don't tell my husband. Anyway, so we're on to it's the final countdown, except for the stuff I forgot. So I'm still so pissed about that devil in disguise over there, that late night with the devil, that
double
spine
in
slash
disguise.
makes me very angry.
Well, I know because what if you watch the movie now and then you're gonna think about the spine slash and then you're gonna like it's
Oh,
gonna
I'm
be
not
less
gonna open that
enjoyable.
up. Yeah, I'm not opening it up.
Well, I guess I gotta open mine now, everybody, because I did complain about the third act being slightly wonky, but I have come around on this movie so hardcore. I fucking love Late Night with the Devil. God damn it.
Yeah,
It is
I'm
such a good
not opening
movie.
up because of the spine slash.
Yeah,
Like
and I'm
I have
gonna
to get
open
another
mine up,
one, and then I will open that one up when I get it, and then I'll watch it. This
or
is
I'll just
all based on Lucas saying that it's good, mind you. I don't traditionally do that, but it sold out and then it came back and then Lucas claims it's good. I used to have it on pre-order at Amazon and I let the pre-order
mm,
go because I
okay.
was like, little did I know it was going to sell out like that. So, this is like the weird category, sort of like the hodgepodge category. And I think there's only 3 items, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, yeah, I think so. Um, so 2 of these are Second and Charles acquirements, and one is this one. So I was looking at the books, and I happened to see it. Like they have this little section for like novelizations, movie novelizations, or whatever. So I was in there, and I came across this and I'm like, that's cool. It's more expensive than they had it marked as when they first had these, but it is the 5th Resident
Oh, very
Evil
good.
book. This is the only one they had. I told this story on the show before that they had all of them once upon a time, and I had no idea how highly sought after they were. So I grabbed one from it, which was the it's like City of the Damned or something like that. It's the novelization of the second game. And so I was like, yeah, that's the only one I care about. And so I took that, and then the next time I went in there, I'm like, I'll
They
get the
were
rest
all
of them.
gone.
They were gone, and they were all like $3 each. So now they kicked it
Unacceptable.
up to $7.95 for this one, and it's
Damn.
in terrible condition. So I can only imagine what it looks like if it was in great condition, like the other book I got was from them. Look
Hmm.
at that.
The
Gripping
gripping
novelization.
novelization.
Resident Evil 3. I'm so happy I got it though. These are very rare. I got this little comic book over here that was pretty cool, I thought. It is from the Topps Comics Company instead of the trading card company. It is number 1 of 3, and it is the comic book adaptation of GoldenEye.
Oh, it's sick.
Yeah. I tried to look quickly as I was found it. The manager of the store was like, "We're closed, make your final selections." And he kept saying that. So he was obviously talking to me. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, okay. So I tried to quickly look to see if they had 2 and 3. And it didn't look like they did. So I had to just grab this and take off. And it's much cheaper than you'd ever think it should be.
Yeah, that's good. Oh,
Yeah.
$5.
This is like from 95, which is crazy. Maybe 96. I don't know. It doesn't say it on there. Um, but yeah, something like that. And then the final item of the night, from me at least, and that is Lucas and I have this thing coming up, and I don't know if we're gonna need these, but I'd hate to. It's always better to have something and not need it than need something and not have it, right?
What I always
So
say.
absolutely. So I purchased these, and they are lavalier mics, and they connect to your phone here at the bottom through a lightning port. Just plug it in the bottom of your phone, and they have a 65-foot recording range. And
Oh, well,
these were the highest rated out of all of them on
we will
Amazon.
have to use your phone then,
Yep, that was
because
the plan
mine
anyway.
has USB-C.
Yep, I knew that.
Okay.
That and I didn't even think about that until they arrived. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I know that Lucas has a newer phone that has that on it. And then I was like, it doesn't matter. We'd be recording with my phone anyway. Since I'm the one that's gonna be editing it, and it just makes the whole thing easier. Anyway, so don't know if we'll ever need these, but
Still
maybe.
cool.
Yeah.
It's really professional.
Yeah, I know.
Or at
Very
least gives us the
professional.
faux impressional look.
It does. It does. And again, these were the highest rated. So I'm not cutting any corners here. And it claims it's good for a live show, for interview, or vlog short videos.
Very good.
Very good. Yep. 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 So and they're like the only ones that don't look stupid too, because some of these look stupid. So there you go. And that is it,
That is
I
it. That's
think,
all she wrote, everybody.
as far as I know.
I mean, I could do like MTV style Welcome to My Crib.
Yeah, I thought you were supposed to do that.
And
I
so
expected it with the last episode because you
so
hadn't moved yet, but then you did.
yeah.
But you didn't. You're like,
I was
I'm
gonna
gonna do
like
it.
so I was gonna, and after you like you showed off the ghost face masks, I didn't realize, and I guess I have noticed it before, but um it doesn't change the microphone over. So when you walk around, it doesn't like carry, your doesn't get your voice, which sucks. Exactly. But this is the moment where we just insert it right here, and then I'll just record it on my phone. It'd be
Hmm.
easier that way. So I was gonna do like the whole dramatic MTV intro thing, like outside the door, but this gremlin of a dog over here, every time I leave the house or the apartment, whatever, he thinks I'm abandoning him. It's like a whole thing. So we're just gonna let him look outside because he doesn't want to sit on the patio for whatever reason. He's just being a dog, I guess. Isn't that right? Anyway, here's the door. We'll pick up where we left off the last time. Sorry, we're dead. the coat rack. I'm not going to lie. It's the simple pleasures in life, right? Because this thing just kind of sets the whole ambiance, because you have the purse right here ready to go. It's like what you see is what you get. I do the same thing at work. I do the same thing here. I'm a creature of habit. It's absolutely immaculate. I don't know why. I mean, I'm not even like, I'm saying this kind of as a joke for Brandon, but I'm actually being serious. I fucking love this coat rack. Because kick off your shoes before you come in here. It's disgusting. We got house shoes for that. So here's the form over function entertainment center. Not everything is connected and ready to go. It's all plugged in, but I still need to get an HDMI switch box. Don't think I'm going to get a switch box for the tube TV, because I'm going to be honest, it's for like the N64 and the PS2 and the Super Nintendo, quite frankly. So whatever. But form over function here. It holds everything all in a straight line, all in shelves. I didn't organize the wires yet because, again, I mean, this was all a lot at once, and you don't see this from the angle, you know, you're sitting on the couch at. So one day, my friends, one day. Coffee table. I'm going to be honest, this does not get used other than holding whatever movie I'm watching. This remote caddy, which I've had for years, it's broken. I got a sentimental attachment to it. I can't get rid of it. Game Informer, Nintendo Power, Halloween 2 blanket. Really just the essentials. Nothing too crazy. And then the bougie AMC couch. Most expensive thing in here. Did I need this? Absolutely not. But let's get real here. Do you want to play video games and watch movies like that? You're damn straight you do. Damn straight you do. Blanket for the dog. End table with the candle. Okay, there's 2 windows in here. There's the balcony and then the one in the bedroom. So when I cook, it stinks in here, like to high heaven. So that's a necessity. There's the gremlin. Say hi, Duncan. Oh, what a good boy. The wall of virginity, of course, has to travel along with you. Some of the masks are up here. Freddy's just melting off the side here. I don't have anything on the walls yet. That's obviously been a point of, I don't even want to say contention, because I'm going to be adorning these walls very soon. Finally got that extra money this week. So here's my little horror corner. Again, not everything that I have, but just the stuff that was pretty much on display for Weish, but it's just shoved in this corner because it's not going to fit against that wall. But again, is this temporary? Possibly. I don't know. Looks decent enough for now. You guys have seen this corner. This is absolutely nothing new. This is just where I've been recording. So remember that when I upgraded this chair, I'm not even going to show it yet, but on Weish, this chair was upgraded. We'll go back and look to see when it was that I bought this, but look at the state of this chair in 2024. Yeah, you can see I've put my priorities elsewhere. So when Halloween is over, we'll fucking change out that disgusting chair. Because honestly, I'm embarrassed to show this off at the moment. That's disgusting. But we're real here. What you see is what you get, yeah? Oh, home office. Cool. This absolutely never gets used. I think it's here just because you're supposed to have one. Record player, absolutely pretty good-sized kitchen here. Trick or treat, motherfucker. We're thawing out Duncan's beef fat scraps, so he's having beef for dinner. He's having a ribeye steak scraps with cheese and this special dog food. He's such a spoiled fuck. And I mean, there's not much to say. It's a kitchen. I'm making a pretzel cheeseburger later. Like, that's gonna slap. I recommend, if you're cooking, do this every day. I've used like 3 garbage bags since I've been here. I have a lot of food scraps, right? So if the dog isn't going to eat it, it goes in here so the place doesn't stink. It's a whole system. God, I'm just talking. There's really not much left here. A closet, well, that's nothing special. Time to come out of it, right? The bathroom, you know, you're going to sit here, enjoy sitting on the porcelain throne. Oh, it's a bathroom. And then, okay, so I guess here, let me just say this. So there's nothing spooky going on in here. Like, there's spooky shit, Halloween stuff everywhere in here. Like, it is my personality, right? Like, it does look like, you know, you can tell I live here, right? But I did want the bathroom to just be its own, like, just, you can go in there and do your business and not get scared, I guess. I don't know. And then the bedroom, too, really isn't spooky whatsoever. Other than this one complaint that I have. So you see the light on the ceiling? Yeah, it doesn't exist. This light controls those lamps. So cheap fucks. So this is the only spooky thing that I have in here are the spirit, statues that I bought last year. Little teddy bear prayer card thing for my grandpa and babes support babes. I mean, this I decided it's not going to be scary in here, really. We'll just keep it pretty simple, separate it a little bit. Closet. Again, this one's big enough for me to come out of, so let's go into it. And there's like nothing here but my work clothes and stuff that isn't folded. The YouTube corner of shit. And I mean, that's really it. That's Chateau de la Louche. And then from here, this is where we finish and upload Weish. And then we have our pretzel bacon cheeseburger. And then sit on the couch with the dog and finish watching Bram Stoker's Dracula. So have a great night, everybody. Cut back to special features.
It just occurred to me yesterday that, and put this in the episode, I don't care, why he annoys me so much. Because I watched one of his older videos and I'm like, I finally got it. It's his terrible personality, but he looks like Nikocado avocado.
Oh my God.
Doesn't he?
Yes,
he looks like him and he acts like him. And it finally dawned on me and I went, oh my, I had like this epiphany where like the camera, like, the camera of life, like Hitchcocked in on me. And it was like this whole realization. And I'm like, that's it. That's it. That's why
shit. That is really funny.
Yeah, that's why he bothers me on such a visceral level.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit. And so is Nikocado. They're perfect.
Yep. You got it.
God, I just think of his fucking when he stuffed himself into the bat suit that he was in?
He does that, but the one you saw that I showed you that I told you disgusted me really bad was the Wolverine suit with the underwear. Yeah. So he like moved back in his chair and then you could just see his entire crotch region. And then he's done other ones where he's dressed as a xenomorph and he's doing like push-ups and stuff. Like it's bad. Like I don't know if he knows how stupid he looks. Ooh.
Whoa. The hell happened?
That was weird.
You transcend?
Yeah, I'm dead. He looks stupid, folks. That's all I'm saying, right? He's stupid. I don't like it. Ding. This was not planned, but for some reason my computer said PS4 told me that this is going to happen, I guess. So that's
what
cool.
The fuck?
Very strange. Very strange. Anyway, look at that. It's like we're a professional show, folks. We've got different angles. Look at that. Look how yellow my teeth are. Like, Jesus Christ. Does this guy ever brush his teeth? Tell me about it.
Tune in next week.
But then over here, we're all good. We look fine. This 720p camera. This face, I've said this before, was not made for 4K.
Same.
That's a fact. Same. That's a fact. It's just too much. Anyway, thanks for joining us, everybody. We appreciate it. Like Lucas said before, if it's in the episode and wasn't taken out because of something else, comment below everything you have purchased in the last month. Let us know. What's your favorite purchase? Have you visited Spirit so far this year? Or are they messed up like they are here in Michigan? Let us know everything down below. And we'll see you in the next
we'll see you in the next one, which will be the Halloween one. So that'll be fun. We'll see how Halloweened out I am by the end of it. I still have to. I don't have to get really anything for my Halloween display this year unless I find something else that catches my eye. Though I showed it off last year. I got the Pennywise costume, so we have to finish that one.
Yeah,
I've shown off the Frankenstein's monster mask.
It's the monster mask. The monster mask It was a graveyard costume shop. Anyway, so it was a costume shop bash. That's what I would have said if I was
Yeah.
more clever.
Very good.
So using the show as the way it's supposed to be, we actually do have something coming out in October, and it's something we recorded a year ago, and that is the mask
The mask
ranking.
ranking,
Yeah.
the
Yep.
redux.
And as you guys know, I dropped my, just to make the story as quick as possible, I dropped my external hard drive, right? It had everything on it except for one thing, and that was the mask ranking. I actually still had that on my computer.
Very good.
So yeah, so that was fine. So yeah, where that will release, and that's the only thing this year that's like Halloween related, so there's no pressure like previous years. So I don't know.
Hmm.
It makes it more fun and easier to enjoy this time of year, I think, when you don't have like massive pressure of having to like review Halloween and like just whatever. When a Halloween movie comes out, I love it, but it's a lot
It's
of
an
stress.
undertaking.
Yes, having to do then rankings and multiple reviews, spoiler, non-spoiler, all this kind of stuff. Any other little tiny videos that might come off of it. TV spots, like we did like 7 videos for Halloween Ends, maybe more. Pretty crazy. They all got really solid views too.
I know people
So
really do like us talking about Halloween.
they do. They do, which is great. I'm very happy about that. Like our Halloween ranking is one of our most popular videos. Like it's still the
Hmm.
algorithm still throws that out to people all the time, which I'm
It's a
very
good
grateful for.
video.
It is a good video. It's really quick too, which is
Yeah,
nice.
the one and only time, number one, we were quick, and that's what she said. And number two, when somebody told us that we didn't talk enough.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah, that was
never
funny.
forget that. It sticks out to me every time I think of
That was
the
good.
movie
That was
ranking.
good. I also saw I did the little thing where it was like, this is how many people tuned into you over the last month, blah, blah, blah. It was like 200 views. And it showed me like a photo of like 6 of the people that watched us. And one of them was TT. I recognized the photo.
Oh, very
So
good.
he has watched us, but didn't say anything. So that's funny.
Go back to berating us with just
TT.
with all the
Yeah,
comments.
please, please. Show up at Lucas's. He wants to see you.
He
Anytime you're welcome.
he has come over and he's nobody's really ever come over besides him and my family. But he uses the stupid fucking doorbell that's on the outside of the thing instead of just texting me that he's here. And it's like it's funny, but it's like, Corey, why are you doing that?
I'm gonna make a point of doing that when I come over there. Next Tuesday, 7 in the morning.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna hit that motherfucker 20 times.
That'll be my alarm clock.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Anyway, so yes, mask ranking. I'm excited. Are you excited for the Halloween holiday? The Hollow Day, you could
I'm
say.
excited for it to be here. I'm excited for it to be over.
Yeah. I haven't started watching a single Halloween related movie as of yet, so I'm like already behind.
Oh, I popped TT's Trick or Treat cherry last week, so that's my Halloween related movie for the week. Which it's getting a 4K release soon, by the way. I don't know if you heard about that.
Maybe.
I'm not sure if it's
I
getting a
can't
steelbook,
remember
but
if
I
I
know
heard
it's
about it or
getting a
not.
4K release though. So I'm happy about that because like I said, the DVDs
Yeah.
look much better than I thought with that AI thing, but like Blu-ray, dude, I did not realize how spoiled I've gotten from 4K. Like Blu-ray honestly is starting to look like fucking shit.
Yeah. If I
Like,
knew what episode it was in, I could be like, insert the clip when Lucas said that 4K was no different than Blu-ray.
oh my God, I was like, shit. Like this does not look good. It was Trick or Treat, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh
Like
yeah.
it
I mean
just the
it's like already a really gritty looking movie. Like there's a
hmm
lot of film grain. So 4K will probably make it even grainier. Probably won't
But
look
but
very
the
good in
colors won't be
4K.
all crushed because the colors were just crushed, muted, and just didn't.
Yeah, that I think that's on purpose though. I mean, it's a highly color graded saturated movie or desaturated movie. So I think this one might
Well,
be on purpose. Might
yeah,
be.
we'll see.
I think it might be. Might be on purpose. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what this is, but anyway, yeah. Also, I got a comment in a Patrick CC video, and guess who didn't care? I'll give you one guess.
You're acting like I hate you. I hate everything you do. Of course, I'm so happy that you're in a video of somebody that has 500,000 subscribers.
No, like 2.1 or 2.2 million.
Oh, oh wow. Oh, look at this. Now look how famous he actually is.
Yeah, he's a big YouTuber. I'm sure most people watching this know who Patrick CC is. He talks about a lot of like other YouTubers or celebrities or whatever. He's very popular. And yeah, it was about an Ellen DeGeneres situation, and he used my comment.
She had a college student on her show who had been donating blood for 6 months just to pay for a computer, buttered her up to announce that Shutterfly was going to pay her tuition, only for her producer to say that's not the case. If I had the kind of money Ellen has, I would have said, well, I made a mistake. Shutterfly isn't going to help pay your tuition, but I absolutely will.
I was very happy.
Indeed.
And my heart burst from all the
Yeah,
happiness.
we all know how much
I was like,
Brandon
no,
loves
that's
to
cool
talk
though.
about his Ellen degenerate.
Somebody came back to my specific comment and they let me know about it. So
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, and I was so excited, and I sent it to Lucas, and then he didn't watch it, and I'm like, okay. And
I
then
did watch. I
I'll
mean, it
give
was
him.
at jury duty, you son of a
Oh,
bitch.
yeah, but you had enough time to text me a lot, so I'm like, he definitely has enough time to go and look at 60 seconds of this video, and so I'm like, wait, it's been a long time. He must have looked at it by now, and he's like, no, I haven't, and I'm like, okay, uh. It's not the whole hour-long video you have to watch, just one little 60-second portion. And then he's like, oh, okay. Oh, I go by the real B Gregs or just B Gregs, and he's just like, yeah, that's cool. And I'm like, fuck you.
All right, next time I see you, I'll roll out the red carpet because your comment got featured. I'm very sorry to rain on your parade.
I would like I was gonna go into a whole diatribe where I'm like, I would be excited for you. Like my response to you, if you were like, hey, my comment was featured in this, this video of this big YouTuber, I'd be like, that's fucking awesome. That would be my response to you.
Well, Brandon, that's fucking awesome. I'm sorry I was at jury duty. I was having deep in conversation at the moment. It was the whole thing. Um, anyway, that's all I gotta say, people. I'm getting very tired. It has been a long day, and I have another long day tomorrow.
Mhm.
Seeing a movie tomorrow. We'll do a short for it. It's called, what is it? Don't Let Go, Never Let Go, that new movie. My mom, of all people, was like, oh, I want to see this movie. What do you know about it? I'm like, what the fuck? You want to go see a movie? It's like a horror thriller mystery movie with Halle Berry. I'm like, okay.
Hmm.
All right, we'll see.
I haven't heard anything about it. I hear Speak No Evil is good though.
Very good.
Oh fuck!
it
I just
looks-
broke Lucas's pumpkin.
Just by looking at it.
I kicked it. Oh, I mean, yeah, just by looking at it. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.